Do ghost ships actually exist? What makes them appear and then disappear, leaving only silence and mystery in their wake? What happened to the captain and crew when tables were set with untouched food and tea still steaming in its cup? Where did they go? Let's explore the compelling theories and uncover the chilling facts. Are pirates to blame? Or could supernatural forces be at work? How can entire crews vanish without a trace, leaving behind vessels eerily intact, haunted by their own silence? That's what we're here to find out. Welcome to Beyond the Edge Mysteries. This is part one of our two-part ghost ship investigation series. Ghost ships, 20 real vessels that vanished into the fog. In at number 20. In 1761, the British merchant ship Octavius departed England bound for China, and from there attempted the dangerous Northwest Passage to return home. It was a bold gamble. But then, silence. Octavius vanished. 13 years later, in 1775, a whaling ship spotted her locked in ice near Greenland. A boarding party entered the ghostly vessel, and what they discovered has haunted maritime history ever since. Below deck, all 28 crew members were frozen stiff. The most chilling detail? The captain was still seated at his desk, pen in hand, appearing to have frozen mid-sentence while writing in his logbook, the last entry, 1762. The ship had been drifting, abandoned and entombed in the Arctic ice for over a decade. It was never seen again, but its legacy lives on through countless stories, poems and haunting illustrations. In at number 19. In 1947, multiple ships sailing the Strait of Malacca received a mysterious distress signal from the Dutch freighter SS Orang Medan. The message was chilling. All officers, including the captain, are dead. Lying in chart room and bridge, possibly whole crew dead. I die. When the Silver Star, an American merchant ship, arrived to help, they found a floating nightmare. The entire crew was dead, sprawled on the decks, their faces frozen in terror, arms raised as if trying to fend off an unseen attacker. Moments later, smoke began pouring from the cargo hold. The rescuers barely escaped before the SS Orang Medan exploded and sank, taking all answers with it. To this day, there are no official records of the SS Orang Medan. Some believe it was carrying hazardous chemicals. Others say it's a maritime myth. But no one can deny the terror embedded in that final radio message. I die. In at number 18, in December 1872, the Mary Celeste was found adrift between the Azores and Portugal by the crew of the DEI Gratia. She had set sail from New York just weeks earlier. Her cargo of alcohol was untouched, the ship was in seaworthy condition, and there was no sign of struggle. But her entire crew, including Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife, and their 2-year-old daughter, had vanished. The ship's log ended 10 days before its discovery. The lifeboat was gone. But why would an experienced captain abandon ship in calm seas? Sir Arthur Conan Doyle later fictionalized the tale, sparking global fascination. Piracy, sea monsters, even a sudden waterspout have been theorized, but the truth, still lost at sea. In at number 17, in 2007, the Kaz II, a 39-foot, 12-meter catamaran, was discovered adrift near the Great Barrier Reef. The engine was running, the sails were up, food was on the table, a laptop was open, and the radio was fully functional. But its 3 crew members, Derek Batten and brothers Peter and James Tunstead, were missing. No distress signal, no signs of struggle, just a torn sail and a trailing rope. Many believe one man fell overboard and the others tried to help, only to meet the same fate, but no definitive answer has ever emerged. Like the Mary Celeste, the Kaz II became a modern-day ghost ship. In at number 16, perhaps the most legendary ghost ship of all time. The Flying Dutchman first emerged in 17th century maritime lore. According to legend, the Dutch captain, Hendrik van der Decken, cursed God during a storm at the Cape of Good Hope and swore he would sail until Judgment Day. Now it's said the Flying Dutchman appears as a phantom vessel glowing in the mist and heralding doom to any who see her. Even King George V claimed to witness her ghostly form in 1880 off the coast of Australia. The tale has inspired operas, novels, and even films like Pirates of the Caribbean. It was even mentioned in an episode of Supernatural, as Sam gives an example of a very famous ghost ship, whether myth or warning, the Dutchman sails on eternally. In at number 15, in 1921, the five-masted schooner Carroll A ran aground on Diamond Shoals, North Carolina, also called the Graveyard of the Atlantic. When rescuers boarded, they found a strange scene. Food was prepared, logbooks were missing, and the ship's lifeboats were gone. The Deering had just returned from delivering coal to Brazil. Some believe the crew mutinied, others suspect bootleggers or pirates. Despite an investigation involving 5 U.S. departments, no trace of the crew was ever found. In at number 14, dozens of ghost ships have washed ashore in Japan, their crews long dead, often reduced to skeletons. Starving North Korean fishermen, pushed out by illegal Chinese fishing, venture too far. Many die at sea. Others believe it's more than bad navigation. Some say these are failed missions, or worse. In recent years, Japan has been haunted by a new breed of ghost ship, derelict wooden boats washing ashore with skeletons inside. These vessels, traced to North Korea, often lack modern navigation tools and drift aimlessly when crews die of exposure or starvation. Driven far from home by Chinese overfishing and political pressure, these desperate fishermen become ghosts, carried across the sea, silent, lifeless, and forgotten. In at number 13, in 2002, the High Aim 6, a Taiwanese fishing vessel, left port of Luchu in southern Taiwan on October 30, 2002, with a full crew. The last communication between Taihuang Shua Air and the ship's captain Chun Tai-chung occurred in December 2002. By January 2003, it was found adrift off the Australian coast. The engine was intact, the fuel full, and personal items undisturbed. But what about the crew? Gone. It was found drifting approximately 92 miles or 148.16 kilometers east of Resolute Shoals within the Australian exclusive economic zone, despite no signs of distress or struggle. Later, an Indonesian crewman confessed to murdering the captain and chief engineer, but the rest of the crew's fate was never explained. Was it a mutiny gone wrong, or something deeper and darker? We may never know. In at number 12, in 1854, the British Royal Navy cruiser, the HMS Resolute, was discovered abandoned and drifting off the shore of Baffin Island in the Canadian Arctic ice. The crew abandoned her, believing she was lost. The ship was dispatched to locate the lost expedition of Sir John Franklin, who was searching for the Northwest Passage. However, the ship met the same fate as the Franklin expedition, getting trapped in the floating ice and eventually deserted by its crew. Over a year later, and she was found intact, drifting across the sea. In 1855, there was a chilling scene. The captain's quarters were left untouched, with a teapot, Bible, and glasses of liquor still on the desk, and a British flag draped over Captain Kellett's chair. How eerie is that? The HMS Resolute was salvaged and eventually returned to Britain. Her wood was eventually used to construct the Resolute desk, which is now in the Oval Office, used by nearly every US president since Rutherford B. Hayes. A piece of a ghost ship, sitting at the heart of American power. In at number 11, in 1906, the SS Valencia, carrying 108 souls, struck a reef off Vancouver Island in Vancouver, British Columbia, due to severe weather near Cape Mendocino. Only 37 survived. Many died clinging to rocks or lifeboats. One of the lifeboats was never recovered, until 27 years later found floating eerily intact. Fishermen have reported seeing the SS Valencia reappearing in the fog, her decks lined with ghostly skeletons. Her tragic story triggered safety reforms and remains one of Canada's most terrifying maritime tales. We've only scratched the surface, 10 ghost ships down, with 10 more to go. More ships that vanished, reappeared, and defy explanation to this day. So don't miss part 2 of our 2-part maritime deep dive into the world's most haunting, eerie, fascinating, and very real ghost ships. We hope you enjoyed exploring these facts with us. Comment your thoughts below. What do you think happened to floating ships with missing crew and food still on the tables? I'm thinking pirates. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more Beyond the Edge mysteries. Until next time, may your compass stay true and may you never hear footsteps on an empty deck.